Kevin Maloney, Trenton Times, Bob Schertz, head boys basketball coach at West Windsor, Plainsboro South. Schertz, thanks for a few minutes, man.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year as well. 5-2, you guys have won 5 of your last 6. You come in this ball game, big ball game. We're recording this before you guys play Ewing. Coming in really hot. This should be a really good ball game.
It should be. They're good. Yeah, they're good. I've seen them on film a couple games now. Obviously, Trey's more than likely player of the year candidate. He's going for his 1,000th tonight, and he's tremendous. A great kid, hard worker, good student too. So we respect the heck out of him. My guys are just looking to continue to compete. I think what we've done is, since the first game, we got all those jitters out of us, a lot of mistakes out of us. We're playing hard. Yeah. And kids have shown an incredible amount of resolve and resiliency. We've fallen behind a couple times this year and have fought like the dickens to get back in it. And we've been competitive every game, which I'm happy about.
Well, and you're finding a way to win close games, which a team that doesn't have a lot of experience like you guys do, and we'll get to that in a minute. But you've won 3 or 5 wins have come by 4 points or less.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
that's all kids.
It's a really nice thing for a young team like that.
I'm a child of a father and mother who both coached basketball, played basketball, and the whole deal. And coaches lose close games, kids win them. And so I got to give the kids all the credit on all those wins.
You talk about the young team you have. Obviously, Tommy Husson had a great year last year. I think he had 74, 76 three-pointers. But he got like Brian Rivers alongside him. You've been blessed with a whole bunch of good guys. And I hate to start naming names because inevitably you need people out. But just two guys, Austin Witters, now playing over Mongolia, and Brian Rivers. They're 2 all-program players, guys you've had. And not to say you don't necessarily have that, but it's certainly a little bit different with the way the team's made up this year.
Absolutely. You don't get cornerstone guys that come around every year. We're not that type of program. What we kind of hang our hat on, and even the Austins and the Bryans of the world, we work hard. Yeah. We work hard every day in practice. We compete every day. And I don't care if you're number 1 or number 11 on a varsity lineup, you're going to compete. And at all 7 of our games, I've had 11 guys play. All 11 varsity guys have played in every game. I'm not sure how many teams have done that. Yeah. And it's not as if it's not exactly we're a team that, like you said, that we have 1 or 2 guys that might score a little bit more depending on the situation. But what we have more than anything else are guys that are going to try to take the right shot. Guys are committed to what we're trying to do as a program. What we're doing right now is really trying to pick teams up as much as we can and pressure the ball, put them in unfavorable situations. And hopefully by doing that, create good scoring opportunities for ourselves. We're trying to take good shots, be protective with the ball, and pressure the heck out of the team.
And you and I have talked about this, and as a coach, as a leader of young men or young women in other coaches' cases.
Absolutely.
You like these challenges because it's a different challenge. You don't have the things to fall back on maybe you were able to in previous years. So I'm sure that's something that you and your staff really enjoy, this challenge.
Every year is special, really is. And there's some situations, like a Brian and a Zavon and those guys that we had last year, you knew you could rely on certain things. Brian was a 4-year starter, Zavon was a 3-year starter. I knew I had 2 of the best guards every night. Every night we stepped out there. Now I got guys that are inconsistent still. A lot of guys that don't have the experience, and so they're trying to find themselves. They're trying to find what exactly is my role at this point. And so what we keep talking about is the collective, right? If we can collectively step on the court and have an identity and know our roles as a team and know what we're trying to do in our intent, that's been successful for us right now. And so they're buying into the system. I'm coaching like a madman. We're having a lot of fun, and we're thankful enough to win some ball games.
Going forward, obviously there's a lot left in this season, but what's the biggest thing that you guys need to do in order to be there back in the state tournament where you guys have been, seems like every single year?
8 straight. Yeah, since my first year we didn't make it, and since then every year since. It's going to be the same thing. It's consistency. It doesn't change. You have to play defense. You got to protect the ball, and you got to make sure you're consistent. And that's a hard thing to do for high school kids. It could be. We talked last week about a short day with the snow and everything else. That's hard to do. It's hard for kids 14, 15, 18 years old to do that. And so we talk about that stuff, and I'm very open with my guys. We have a great dialogue, great communication, and I think that transfers to the court. They know that I'm passionate about what we're doing, and I know that they're going to be passionate, and I think that helps us. It's cliche to say the next game's the biggest game, but tonight's huge. I think Ewing being 6-1, we're in their place. Trey's going for 1,000 and everything else. He's got a whole family in here, so it's going to be a great atmosphere. We turn around right away with Notre Dame, and so it's no easier on Thursday night. So the way the schedule and the holidays kind of formulated the schedule this year, it's going to be hard. Yeah. It's a lot of 3-game weeks and a lot of Saturdays, and we've only practiced 4 times since opening day.
Wow. We've
played 7 games. This is our 8th game. We only have 4 practices. It's hard with a young team.
Yeah, no doubt. And last thing, I'm just doing some quick math earlier. You guys, 21 seasons, 3 of the last 5. if you've averaged 15 wins a season over your 9, you take away that first year, it's probably more like 17 or 18. You've won a sectional championship. You've had, and that was there was incredible games in there. I mean, the Miracle Men, we used to call them. But you ever take stock? I mean, you coach other sports, so you coach football, you coach golf. But you ever take stock at just how lucky you are to be almost a decade in and coaching?
This is my 9th year, and like you said, I think it's like 16-9 on average. And we talk about as a program, 15 wins is a good team, 18 is a great team, 20 wins is special. And so we taught last 2 years we were a 20-win team. We'd love to get there again. We love that, and it's hard to do. Right now, I think you coach game to game, you coach practice to practice. You enjoy the kids that you have. You do everything you can to make them good young men. I love the fact that I walk in here today. I got a former student that worked with our basketball program, and she's teaching here now. She comes running over. I had to say hi to you. That's special. When you still build those relationships with boys and girls and young men and women, that's the stuff that lasts forever. I hope I'm lucky enough right now. I'm married and we're expecting in May, and so we're hoping that we have a healthy baby come late May. But I think that if I can be the dad and the role model to my child that I hope to try to be for these young men, that's what it's all about.
Well, Sharzy, thanks for a few minutes,
Absolutely.
man. All the best this season. All the best
much.
to you and your wife, and the new expected gift for your family.
It's crazy.